Have you ever had that creeping feeling that your skills, your passion, maybe even your whole identity could just become obsolete one day? If so, you're not alone. The meteoric rise of AI is kicking up a silent storm of anxiety and identity loss. And it's leaving millions of people asking, where do I fit in now? A recent EY survey found that a whopping 71% of employees are concerned about AI. More specifically, 65% are anxious about their job being outright replaced, and 75% worry their skills will soon be irrelevant. This isn't just about money, it's about who we are. But what if I told you there's a 2,000-year-old secret that holds the key to not just surviving, but actually thriving in this new world? Stick around, because we're about to crack open some ancient wisdom to reclaim your sense of self. For as long as we can remember, the answer to what do you do has been our job title. Our work gives us routine, a sense of purpose, and for many of us, it's a huge part of our identity. But AI isn't like other technologies. It's not just speeding up an assembly line, it's writing, it's creating art, it's developing strategy. It's stepping right into the very things that give us our sense of intellectual pride. And that's why this anxiety feels so personal. The fear isn't just about losing a paycheck, it's about losing what makes us feel unique. When an algorithm can do the thing you're great at, it forces you to ask a gut punch of a question. If a machine can do what I do, then what's my value? This existential dread is the real heart of the problem, and it's making people feel overwhelmed and powerless. Which part of that hits closest to home for you? Is it the fear of job loss, or that deeper question about your personal worth? Drop a comment below, I'd love to know. So, where do we go from here? It might sound a little weird to look to the past when we're dealing with a problem of the future. But what if the best tools for the job have been sitting on a shelf for over 2,000 years? Let's talk about Stoicism. And no, this isn't about bottling up your emotions or just toughing it out. Stoicism is a practical philosophy, born in the chaos of ancient Greece and Rome, designed to build mental grit and find peace when the world is spinning out of control. Thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus created a powerful toolkit for managing anxiety, not by changing the world around them, but by mastering their world within. It's a philosophy that feels like it was tailor-made for our crazy, tech-driven times. So how can a bunch of guys in togas help us with AI? It really boils down to a couple of core ideas you can start using immediately. First up is the Stoic dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus put it simply, you have to separate what you can control from what you can't. We can't control the pace of AI. We can't control which jobs will be disrupted next. Worrying about it just drains our energy. But what we can control 100% of the time are our own responses, our choices, and where we focus our attention. We can choose to learn new things. We can choose to adapt. This one mental shift pulls you out of the passenger seat and puts you back in control of your own life. Second, Stoicism teaches us to anchor our worth internally, not externally. We're all taught to tie our self-worth to a job title, a salary, or how many awards we have on the wall. The Stoics would say that's a fragile way to live because all of those things can disappear in a flash. Instead, they placed value on inner character, our virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-control. These are human qualities that no algorithm can touch. Your value isn't in what you produce, it's in how you live. It's your integrity, your compassion, your ability to think critically. When you focus on building that, you build a sense of self-worth that is absolutely unshakable, no matter what new tech comes along. Here's a practical step you can take tonight. Start a journal. At the end of the day, write down one thing that was out of your control that stressed you out. Then, write down how you chose to respond to it. This simple habit reinforces your own power and starts building that resilient mindset one day at a time. The rise of AI doesn't have to be this big, scary monster under the bed. We can actually see it as a wake-up call. It's pushing us to stop defining ourselves by what we do for a living and to start building a deeper, stronger sense of who we are. By borrowing a page from the Stoics, we can learn to focus on what matters, build our inner character, and find a sense of purpose that no machine can ever replicate. The goal isn't to outsmart the robots, but to become more human. If this idea resonates with you, make sure you subscribe for more on how to build a resilient and meaningful life in the modern world. Thanks for being here with AI in mind.